Hello EV fans, it's Samantha again and welcome back to EV Nova. It's very exciting. What have we got planned for today? All kinds of stuff. We're now a very little slow ship, but we have 56,000 credits, so I think we've got to crack on with making some money. We're going back to formaldehyde. I don't know, I can't say words. As you see, we've got a little version of me in that bottom right corner. I decided to maybe leave the webcam on for a while, experiment with the idea of having it on. It's nice to see people's lovely faces, and so I think it's lovely for you to see mine. And especially after last week's debacle where it was huge and annoying, but maybe we can just have a little bit of me on the screen. Anyway, we're going to buy some opals. We're going to buy a lot of them, because we're going to be selling them for a significant amount of money. We are going to the Lotus system, not too far away. I apologize if it's a little jittery or the frame rate's not quite good. Ever since I switched over to EV Nova, it seems to be a little persnickety, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, today we are probably going to look at upgrading this at some point. Oh, that's bad. Go away. I can't deal with you right now. I can't kill you. You'll kill me. It's fine. It's fine. Just land. It's fine. See, nothing bad happened. And we made 30,000. We made 20. Oh, we made about 25,000 credits on that run. Pretty good. Is there anything else we can trade? No, it's all high and medium. No point. Fermier, Space Dock 2. We'll take those passengers to Space Dock 2, simply because it's on our way. And we may as well pop in and say hello to the local Federation authorities. There's a Federation destroyer right there. I think they look beautiful. Although the Rebel ones in their red paint job, oh, solid. It looks great. Well, today is a beautiful day for me. It's nice and cold in Australian winter time. Especially where I live. I live in a beautiful apartment overlooking a river, so it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to stop into Space Dock 2. Passengers exit. Space Dock 2 is the headquarters of the Federation Navy Logistics Department. The base is also utilized as a secondary repair and outfitting facility, with the shipyards on the Kane Band around Earth being primary. Materials and parts stored on Viking below are shipped up and assembled on base. However, the purpose of the base is to provide a home for people who keep track of the Federation's military on a day-to-day basis. An occasional Auroran skirmish keeps the pilots and gunners of Space Dock 2 on their toes, as the Auroran commanders see Space Dock 2 as a special weak point in the Federation border. And they like to buy seafood delicacies, which is I can get behind. I mean, don't you all? Who loves seafood? I certainly do. I don't know if this will help, but we're going to buy another map here. Oh, there we go. Got a little bit more detail on what's going on. And off we go. Back to Fomalhaut. I still don't know how to pronounce that. And here we go. Pirate carrier. Sick. I've always felt very unsure about the lightnings though. I mean, they just seem to die too quickly. Trade center. Let's buy 94 tons of opals. Ideally we want to be able to load up in a single run. And then we're going to get a little bit of combat rating, but we can do that very quickly. This is a pretty boring way to gain money, but it is very efficient. Now a star bridge, that's what I've got my eye on, even though they do look like a pelvis. They are gorgeous ships, especially the Class D mod star bridge. Oh, that thing's tough as nails. They can fall in for a capital ship even though they're not the size of it. There we go, we made some more money. Ah, hang on. Oh no, we can't do this just yet. We don't have the credit rating. the combat. Well, we can do it, but I'd be worried about getting killed. Hey babe, what is it? You're sitting at the bar, listening to abysmal music blaring from a nearby jukebox and sipping your latest brew. You notice a strangely dressed man walking towards you. Hey babe, you must be Sabre Madran. Mind if I call you Samantha? Without asking, he sits down at your table. Oh no, this guy sounds terrible. You're wondering what this is all about when he suddenly turns back to you and says, man, I have no idea how people do business in a place like this. I mean, look at the types here. They don't even have any dress sense, man. Kind of makes you feel sorry for them. You look at the bizarre collection of bright colors, odd cuts, and stupid fabric that makes up this individual called clothing and raise your eyebrow. Yeah, right. Sorry, babe. I should get down to the real deal. My name is Sly Styles, rock and roll entrepreneur and manager of the hottest band in Federation space, the Debris Field. We're on a major tour, and by the guy who was handing us security has gone and gotten himself splattered by pirates. Now we only have 2 shows left on the tour, but the hardest part is they're at the extremes of Federation-controlled space. We could lose huge amounts of flash if we pull out. Flash, you ask him? You know, scrunner, flash, moolah, credits. You nod your understanding. You want me to handle your security for the rest of the tour? Yeah, rock on, babe. Our old security dude said you were the sharp end of the electrotron. What the... Sure, he was right. That's exactly what we want you to do. It's only 2 more gigs and easy days. We'll pay you 50,000... Oh, we do need 100,000 credits, though. I mean, alright. Sure. Booyah, Styles said, grabbing your hand and pumping up and down at a rate of knots. I should take you to meet the rest of the guys and start getting our stuff together. You leave the bar and head across to a plush-looking hotel. Style breezes you through a throng of teenage girls standing around the pavement and slipping between them with practiced ease. You'll get used to this sort of thing quick enough. Happens everywhere we go. Once inside, you head to the elevator, which goes all the way to the top floor. Upon walking out, you see a most filthy collection of individuals around the worst-kept hotel room in history. All around you are empty bottles, cans, food trays, and overflowing ashtrays. The smell makes you gag. Sly doesn't seem to notice and calls you over to meet the band. Some dirty guys stand up and you cannot believe they are even a band, let alone successful. Stars introduces you and you try to avoid throwing up from the smell. You make your excuses, saying that you had better get your ship prepped, asking Stars when the show is next. It's Full Noise Megadrome on Cornwall in the South Manchester system. We'll meet you down at the ship tomorrow. You nod in your agreement as you head for the door. You hear the band begin to play as you walk to the lift. Hear the same abysmal crud that was playing in the bar. Suddenly you don't feel too good, knowing you have to listen to this for a while. Alright, this is an interesting one, because there are some pirates that show up. So we are going to get ourselves a little bit more maneuverability. We have to spend some money to make some money, as they say. We can upgrade our ship a little bit. I'm not ditching the Terrapin just yet, but we're going to get an engine afterburners. Probably a good idea. Alright. Oh, this thing's slow as molasses. Right. Afterburner. And another battery pack. Can't help too much. Okay, so we just blew like 40,000 credits, but we can now go a little bit faster and have some control over our destiny. And off we go. This is an interesting mission. I'm keen. It'll be fun. As long as we can avoid actually getting shot at. Oh, there's a lot of firepower happening there. Cornwall or Goliath? Cornwall. Oh, that's scary. You know, I'd rather not. Ah! No, 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 no. I don't want to get shot at by that. Oh, that was stressful. You stand around at the Debris Field concert, watching hordes of teenage girls scream at them. The concert is to promote the band's new album, Groove Till You Vomit. You don't think much groove too long before you bring up your lunch. The concert goes without a hitch, but afterwards, as you wait for the band to come back to the ship, you see a number of unsavory types hanging around. You get the impression that they are waiting for the band to board the ship, and you tell their friends aloft which ship was carrying the band. You feel like telling them that if they want to kill them, you won't interfere, just as long as the thugs can guarantee that there won't be a memorial album. A job is a job. You watch the thugs disappear, and you get the feeling that that you'll have some rumbles on your way to the next gig on the planet of Syracuse in the Galvin system. Alright. While we're here, buy another map. Can't hurt. Now, all of these systems are former Velos space. They're inhabited by cryptpods, and I'm definitely not going to be going over there. There isn't much up there that is really of use to us, but it's interesting nonetheless. Alrighty, off we go. We need to go to 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go to Taishal. That's a lot of marauders. We'll go to Earth where they'll get picked off by... Ah! Ah! Yes, you take care of them. I'll pretend I know what I'm doing. Hooray! I love the Earth Gov. Thank you, Earth Government. Shooting those ion torpedoes. Look at that. Look at that. Who needs help? Certainly not us. Why do stuff when the Earth Government can do it for us? Thanks, Federation Council. I owe you one. Live long and prosper. Rebels and pirates fighting, none of our concern. Not a problem. Nearly there. Despite the possibility of death, you are amazed that the entire battle went off to dulcet tones of debris fields chanting, "Rock on!" and "Fire it up!" In between their noise, you managed to fend off the attackers. Well, we sort of did. The Federation did most of the work. And by most, I mean all of the work. Truth be told, you wouldn't be care if the band had been killed, but the money is good now, and you just have to watch the show and get paid. You're standing at the front of the stage. Oh, sneezing. You're standing at the front of the stage, looking at would-be unsavory types, and seeing them everywhere since none of the band's fans seem to have washed in a decade. You notice a commotion on stage. The lead singer appears to be on fire, as smoke and steam pours out of his mouth and joints. Suddenly it occurs to you that he's a robot. He isn't seeing the garbage coming out of the speakers at all. The crowd notices too, and you see a number of techs and spaceys rushed onto the stage to haul the malfunctioning unit away. Next minute, Sly Styles appears to the hoots and jeers of his disgruntled audience. He tries to calm things down, but the situation is well out of hand. You quickly vault onto the stage, grab Styles, and hustle him off before a barrage of empty cups and cans. A riot ensues. After Federation troops have calmed everything down, you make your way back to the ship. You have your money, but it seems Styles is on his way to prison for false advertising and fraud. The feds let you go, considering that you've only joined this motley crew recently, and they kindly let you keep your pay. You conclude that if this is show business, you're better off avoiding it. Hell yes. But we made some money, and that's the important part. Buy another map here. The world of Syracuse is a snapshot of the state of the Federation. It's a bustling, progressive world hovering on the brink of overpopulation. Heavy industrialization has caused many environmental disasters, but the agencies charged with cleaning up do a fairly good job of hiding the mess. Not exactly a refuge for the rich and famous, Syracuse is a high-tech world on the surface, but low-tech when you start to get into the slums. Don't wander too far, or look like you have money. Some of these people are desperate. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Industrial goods. I wonder where we can sell industrial goods. Let's try buying some, hey? They're a low price anyway. Can't hurt. I think Taishul could use some industrial goods. Oh, and the rain starts. It's raining outside, which is quite nice. I'm not complaining. That was a fun little mission, hey. I liked it. Ah, Pegasus. They're cool. 1,000 tons of cargo. But we won't be getting one. I don't want too much in the way of cargo capacity. Still low here. Let's see where we can't find somewhere to sell. Sol. Let's see if we can sell some on Sol. I know Sol is heavy on medical supplies. You got to buy medical supplies for cheap, but I reckon we'll have a good time. Use our afterburners a little bit to speed us in. Greetings, Bucknor. Who? Bridget. Thank you. It's lovely to meet you too. There we go. It's not a huge amount, but that's pretty good. Now, what can we buy now? Well, terrapins are pretty good, but we will need some extra money. I wouldn't mind an IDA frigate at some point. They're probably my favourite. They're not as super good or competitive, but they are fun. Especially the Rebel variants are terrifying. But the 1700 NC or whatever it is, oh, that thing's ridiculous. Anyway, back on the road. Back on the road to Formalhaut. Back to Gem we go. Cargo drones, they're so cute. Look at them fly around. Hello, no response. That's because you're a robot. Trade center. I'm going to buy all the opals in the world. Oh. That's what we want. One of those. 1160. I think that's an 1170 model, which is just as good though. But they cost like 1.2 million credits, so they're a long way off for us. But I reckon our next shop will be to be a basic Valkyrie. I think that's what our next goal is going to be. I may do some of this off screen, but you know, if you want to skip ahead, that's fine. I'm just going to record everything. We made it to Serenity. Let's sell those. 272, which made 70,000 credits on that run. How good is that? And now we go back again. It's a pretty simple run. It's a good way to make money. And there's nothing wrong with making money when you need to. I'm planning to put up videos fairly regularly. I've got a lot of energy back lately, so... And EVN's a lot of fun, so... I'm happy to just put up video after video for a while. More opals. Hell yeah. Tichel? Taishul? I've been calling it Taishul this whole time. Wild. And here we go. There's another Pegasus. Anyone around of interest? No, just cargo freighters and people doing little runs. $339. Nearly there. I mean, I want to go to buy a ship on... Let's go see what's available on Tychel, because that's what we want. I mean, we could sit here getting money all day long and slowly saving up to the 1 million required for the heavy ships, but we're not going to do that just yet. Shipyard. Pirate Starbridge Class C is 720. Class 2 Pirate Valkyrie. That'd be pretty fun. Get us around quick enough to do some cargo jumps, cargo deliveries. Maybe some 595. At the very least, we're going to have to buy some. Can we land it? Oh, docking request denied. So mean. Alright, we'll head back to Seoul briefly, because there is a couple of things we're going to need if we want to get better ships. And that is the requisite weapons licenses. You can't just buy anything in EV Nova, you have to have a license to own it, which means that there's quite a heavy amount of money you need to get into owning heavier ships. If you see the licenses down here. Buy a heavy weapons license, a missile weapons license. We don't need protective tech. Capital ships, IDA frigate, Leviathan, Pegasus, Starliner, capital warship. Oh my goodness. Yes, that's a long way off. We don't need any of those just now. We might get a IDA frigate towards the end of the game, but I quite like the fast, dodgy ships. That'll do for now. Shipyard, what do we got? See, look at this. 3 heavy blaster turrets, 1 quad light blaster turret, 2 radar missile launchers, and 2 200mm fixed railguns. Now that's what I'm talking about. But that's 1.32 million credits. Holy moly. But it would be well worth it, and it still has 250 tons of cargo space, but only 2 jumps worth of energy, so you need to put a lot of money into them in terms of... You need to put a lot of fuel tanks and stuff on them and battery packs. But they're pretty good. Do want. Alrighty. You see, we could just buy a Class 1 Valkyrie right now, but we're not going to do that. Because we're going to get one of those Pirate Valkyries and do and see if we can't get into the Federation storyline a little bit. Back to Gem we go. Cargo runs are fairly boring, but we've had some interesting stuff this episode, so I'm happy. Trade Center, more opals. One, 2, 3, 4. Oops, wrong button. It's fine. I also got a new microphone, so it might sound a little less tinny. We've invested in some tech, which is pretty good. Still my fairly standard stock web. What's that? Interesting. Probably added by one of the mods I've got. There we go. 339. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is the Contic mission. Yeah, we're not doing this one. No, we can't afford to do this one right now. So I'm gonna have to say no to that mission. Basically, it's a very long quest to put a probe on a faraway planet right through the middle of Auroran space. It's good, it's fun, but we're not doing it in a terrapin. We'd have to have something with a little more guts and energy and power to do that. Might have to wait until later. I guess we'll see though. Back to Gem. 339. More opals. I mean, imagine if we were doing this run in a Leviathan or a Pegasus. We'd make a lot of money. But that's costing more money than we can afford right now. Because the buy-in would be close to $1 million. And we don't have the Sigma shipyard's authorization just yet. Now there's something I wouldn't mind. Starliner. They're beautiful ships. Look at them, aren't they gorgeous? Beautiful. You can make a lot of money with them. 559. I mean, I've done this cargo run so many times, so I could do this for like 4 hours and make all the money I would ever need. But that sounds dull. Let's do one more run, and then we'll go see if we can't buy something, hey? I've got my eyes on a pirate Valkyrie. That's what my brain's thinking about. Now, you're probably asking, why don't I do missions? You know, deliver cargo to X location. Well, I could, but this is actually more profitable than doing that. I mean, there are bulk freighter deliveries you can take. Oh no, go away. Leave me alone. Pew, 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 pew. No, okay. It's fine. We don't need to take on that guy. 520. That's what I'm talking about. Maybe we'll need to make one more run. Let's see what we can buy for 526. To Viking we go. Do you want to go a Viking? Pillaging? Raiding? Having fun? I don't know. I don't know much about Vikings. But they're cool. So that's a 2 mil. Ah, see, we could afford to buy this one. What's the Class B got? 2 light blasters, 2 radar missiles, 5 jumps, 20 tons of cargo. 25 tons of space, 2 light blasters, 2 medium, 2 radar rocket pods. So that's pretty interesting. I mean, these could be cool. It could be cool to have an Enterprise. The Enterprise are pretty good. I think we'll save up and see if we can't get one of those for 620. If we can make another 100,000, we could buy an Enterprise. And the advantage of the Enterprise in the early game is, while it does have a fair amount of firepower, it also has a lot of cargo space, which can be converted into space for weapons, but can also be very much useful for delivering cargo and for doing bulk deliveries and making more money. That seems like a good option to me. I know this is pretty dull. I'm sure you'll forgive me, but this is what we're doing in this mission, in this session. I'll probably put out some longer videos. I mean, I don't mind doing that. I've got the energy right now. I got nothing else to do, so, you know, may as well enjoy ourselves. Oh. Those manticores. I want one. They're so pretty. Scary, but pretty. $593. I think we needed 650. Let's do another run. All the cargo trading in the world. Boom. Back to Gem we go. You know, I don't know how many people watch these videos, but if you do, I'd love to hear from you. Do you enjoy watching my videos? Are you keen? I've been getting some new subscribers lately, and that's really nice. It makes me feel good. So all of you out there, thank you for joining me in this wonderful episode. We need money. And the way to make money is to sell opals. Not a particularly glamorous lifestyle, I know, but being an ore freighter is better than being a random junk hauler, I suppose. It's not a glamorous life, but it's one I'm okay with. But we'll be getting out of it soon, something a little more fun. $659. That's better. Do we do one more run? Let's have a look at what we can buy. And we're nearly there. Shipyard. Stolen tech. What's the advantage of this one? 2 Raven rocket pods, 2 fusion pulse. 2 150mm fixed railguns. Fixed railguns, 2 fusion pulse. Alright. Rocket pods. That one's slightly better. 720. We'd sell those Raven rocket pods anyway. What does this get us? 2 light blaster turrets, 4. Only 10 tons of cargo though, that's no good. I think we go for an Enterprise. 720. That's how much we need. I've made my decision. And I love fusion pulse cannons. They have knockback, they deal splash damage. They're generally really good. Now we just need 720 credits. And we are good to go. It's the IDA frigate. Beautiful ships. Can't afford one though. At least not yet. Having a good time buying opals and selling them for money. For anyone inquiring about me, I'm in my mid-30s. I've talked about my life as a transgender woman. It's been pretty difficult. Been through a lot of challenges, but I've come out the other side stronger for it. I'm a huge gamer nerd. Like recently I've been playing the Command & Conquer remasters, which I'm really enjoying. I might even make some content for those, because they are pretty good. And I have been enjoying them. That's a possibility. One more run and we're home free. So yeah, I've been enjoying the Command & Conquer remasters, which are pretty good. I've been playing multiplayer with some friends, and it's been totally rad. Both comp stomp and actual 1v1 stuff. And it takes me back, because I used to play CNC when I was a kid. In my mid-teens, I used to play Red Alert with my friends and my brother, and it was a really fun experience in my life, one that I look back on fondly. And so when they announced the CNC remaster, I was very happy, and it's been above and beyond my expectations. I mean, I probably don't love CNC as much as I love Override Escape Velocity, but that is still very interesting. I apologise for yesterday's video. It was recorded quite late at night, whereas usually I record in the morning. As it's morning now, and it's a lovely day. Oh, getting too close. Calm down. And now, we have 793, and I think we're set to go. That's the Enterprise there, that's what we're going after. 2, 3. And after I buy my next ship, we'll make the cut there. And we'll see if we can't get some kills against Marauders and do some missions. Now, I have talked about maybe doing the Federation storyline, and I think that that's definitely the one we're going to do, because this is my favorite. Shipyard. That's the heavy mod one, but we don't need that. We're going to buy the modified Enterprise, and we are definitely calling this one Defiant. And you notice our sidebar has changed as well. Very cool. We've got a pirate jammer, 200mm fixed railguns, 2 Raven rocket pods, which we might use, but we'll probably exchange those for more weapons. Auto recharger, gravimetric sensors, IFF decoder, and some solar panels and 2 battery packs. We're only out of money now, but now we can regenerate. We're out of fuel now and money, but we'll probably sell off these Raven rocket pods and change them for something a little more important down the line. But there we go. It's our new ship. It should be very powerful against opponents. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I've been Samantha, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.